Do you think you know the life of Freddie Mercury? Today, we're going to uncover little-known facts about the life of the incomparable Freddie Mercury, this rock icon who captivates so many not only for his incredible vocal talent, but also for his offstage personality. Together, we'll explore how his personal life contrasted with his public image, revealing a gentle and introverted man despite his superstar status. But first, welcome to our Channel X. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content celebrating the history of great figures in music, art, science, technology, sports, and much more. Did you know that Mary Austin, who was born in London in 1951, stood out not only as Freddie Mercury's ex-fiancée, but also as his lifelong confidant? Her story is an essential part of world music history. Raised by deaf parents, Mary learned early on to communicate through sign language and lip reading, which shaped her view of the world. And what's remarkable is that, even though her romantic relationship with Freddie changed when he revealed his sexual orientation, the deep emotional bond between them was never broken. Freddie always referred to her as "my only true love," which showed the depth of their closeness. Even after their relationship ended, Mary remained a constant in Freddie's life until his passing in 1991. Although Mary Austin played an undeniable role in the life of Queen's lead singer, she chose to live away from the spotlight. Her quiet life at Garden Lodge, the house Freddie left to her in his will, is a tribute to her commitment to preserving the singer's memory and legacy. Now, at 73, Mary recently decided to break her silence, revealing a personal and intimate narrative that impressed everyone, highlighting her devotion to a lasting love that she shared with Freddie. Did you know that, despite choosing not to be directly involved in the production of the film Bohemian Rhapsody, released in 2018, reports indicate that she approved of the portrayal of her relationship with Freddie? Her discreet but powerful influence has always inspired Queen fans and music lovers around the world. They met in 1969, when both were beginning their journeys in London. Freddie, who was born Farrokh Bulsara in Zanzibar, had moved to England with his family in the 1960s. Mary, born in 1951, worked in a clothing store, while Freddie, a recent art graduate, worked at a clothing stand near her shop. At first, Mary was unsure about Freddie's eccentric personality, but soon they became a couple and shared a small apartment while he pursued his dreams in the music world. In an interview with *OK magazine in 2000, Mary described Freddie as a confident and unique person, admitting that it took her about 3 years to truly fall in love with him, reflecting the depth of their relationship. As Mary and Freddie's romance blossomed, his music career began to take off. In 1972, Queen signed their first record deal, gaining recognition and marking a new chapter for both the couple and Freddie's professional journey. This early phase of their relationship is remembered as a period of growth, with Mary as a vital companion and supporter during Queen's formative years. The couple eventually moved into a larger apartment, but the defining moment for Mary came when she watched Freddie perform at an old art school in front of an enthusiastic crowd. It was there that she realized something extraordinary was happening. Mary recalls that, after seeing him shine on stage, she tried to slip away quietly to leave him with his fans, but Freddie followed her, insisting that she stay by his side. From that moment on, Mary understood that she needed to be part of this journey and be there for Freddie's growth. With Mary by his side, Queen quickly rose to stardom, and Freddie's marriage proposal was an exciting surprise, further solidifying their bond. In 1973, the same year that Queen released their debut album, Freddie and Mary Austin moved into a spacious apartment on Roland Road in London. Freddie's proposal was both playful and memorable. Mary recalls, "At Christmas, he gave me a large box, and inside it another one, and so on. It was so typical of him." After several boxes, she finally found a beautiful jade ring. Surprised and slightly confused, she asked Freddie on which hand she should place the ring. He smiled and replied, "On the left hand." In a whisper, Mary accepted. Queen became a global phenomenon with acclaimed albums like Sheer Heart Attack, 1974, and A Night at the Opera, 1975, which included the iconic Love of My Life, supposedly written by Freddie for Mary. Let's listen to a bit of this song. As Queen's fame grew exponentially, so did Freddie's notoriety, with his daring style and an impressive voice that captivated crowds worldwide. However, Mary would never become the singer's official wife. Although they were engaged, and Freddie had declared his love for her by dedicating the heartfelt ballad, signs that something was changing began to emerge. Mary always believed Freddie was gay and not bisexual. After nearly 6 years together, Mary began to notice a growing distance between them. She thought it was a result of Freddie's newfound fame, as he often came home late. When she timidly mentioned buying her wedding dress, he responded evasively, and the subject was never brought up again. One day, Mary decided to confront him, saying, "I feel like I'm holding you back. I think it's time for me to leave." Freddie insisted that nothing was wrong, but the closeness between them was deteriorating. In 1976, by then an international star, Freddie finally opened up about his sexuality. "I'll never forget that moment," Mary said, acknowledging that it took her time to grasp the truth. It was then that he revealed he was bisexual, but Mary, confident in her perceptions, replied, "No, Freddie, you're not bisexual. You're gay." After this revelation, their physical relationship ended, but Mary continued to be part of Queen's inner circle, accompanying the band on tours and remaining a constant presence in his life. Freddie bought an apartment near his own for Mary, keeping her close even after the change in their relationship. The affection he had for her remained strong. In a 1975 interview, he said, "The only friend I've got is Mary, and I don't want anyone else. I believe in us. That's enough for me." Thus, Mary continued with her life, remaining an essential part of Freddie Mercury and Queen's history. Eventually, Mary Austin had 2 children with the painter Percy Cameron, although he always felt overshadowed by Freddie Mercury and therefore distanced himself from her life. Meanwhile, Freddie began a 7-year relationship with Jim Hutton. In his words, "All my lovers asked why they couldn't replace Mary, but that's simply impossible." Mary stood by Freddie until the end of his life, witnessing him live amid the luxury and extravagance that rock star fame brought, filled with excesses and random encounters. While Freddie went his own way, Mary dedicated herself to raising her children, Richard and Jamie, with Richard being Freddie's godson. Although she never formalized her relationship with Percy, her later marriage to businessman Nicholas Hofschild ended in divorce after 5 years. Despite the changes in their personal lives, Mary was never far from Freddie's life. She worked for his management company and remained a constant presence, especially in the years leading up to his death, when Freddie was diagnosed with HIV in 1987. At the time, there was no effective treatment, but both Mary and Jim cared for him as best as they could. Freddie passed away on November 24, 1991, with Mary and Jim by his side. Mary recalls the moments at Freddie's bedside, saying he would always smile when he saw her. "Oh, it's you, my old faithful." The fact that Freddie left her his home and part of his royalties speaks volumes about the bond they shared. He left it to her as if she were his widow, acknowledging her importance in his life, present before the fame and fortune, and until the end. Reflecting on Freddie's death, Mary expressed, "I felt that we had a marriage. We were together in health, in sickness, in wealth, and in poverty. I could never have let Freddie go unless he passed away." This lasting connection between Mary and Freddie is a moving testament to a love and friendship that transcends life's challenges. Mary still resides in the luxurious Georgian mansion in Kensington left to her by Freddie, a 28-room space decorated with furniture they chose together, which remains practically unchanged since the singer's days. Although the house is frequently visited by fans, Mary has chosen to keep the interior as a tribute to Freddie. After his death, she lost someone she considered her eternal love, reflecting on how true love can blossom between 2 souls who fully understand each other, even in unique circumstances. Mary continues to honor Freddie's wishes, keeping alive the memory of a love that will never fade. In 2023, Mary Austin surprised fans by announcing the sale of 10,000 of Freddie Mercury's personal items, including costumes, instruments, and handwritten lyrics. In an interview with the BBC, She stated that it was time to close a special chapter of her life and that parting with these items required courage. Mary also benefited financially from the success of the film Bohemian Rhapsody, which brought her more than $60 million due to a clause in Freddie's will that entitled her to 50% of his future earnings. This reflected the deep affection Freddie always had for Mary, his eternal muse. Released in 2018, Bohemian Rhapsody became one of the highest-grossing films of the year, earning more than $900 million and benefiting not only Freddie's family, but also the remaining members of Queen, who shared about $90 million. The film revealed lesser-known aspects of Freddie's life, such as his origin in Zanzibar, a region marked by political upheaval that shaped his childhood. Beyond his music career, Freddie also had an intriguing side, a passion for stamp collecting in his youth, a hobby inherited from his father. Through his art, Freddie designed Queen's iconic logo, which became one of rock's most recognizable symbols. Freddie was known for his impressive vocal range, able to move between notes with ease, despite his insecurities. He also collaborated with Michael Jackson, though the partnership was marked by conflicts. Although he projected a grand image on stage, he was introverted in his personal life and deeply valued his family ties. Freddie Mercury's legacy transcends his extraordinary voice and stage presence. His complexity, both as an artist and as an individual, adds depth to his story. Join us on Channel X to explore more about Freddie's fascinating life and the lasting impact he had on music. Subscribe to never miss any exclusive content and share your passion for this art that spans generations.